I decided to find some people to create a club with to foster a community of people that fall outside of societal body norms. To make sure that people had a space to feel comfortable, feel loved, and seen.
In the documentary Future of Fashion, this documentary was very empowering and has a very important message to share. I love that they touch on how problematic the modeling industry is, and societal views in general have always been problematic, but the main focus that they make sure to highlight is on inclusivity and why it's so important. I love that it's very goal-focused, and it's just a very positive thing to watch. I love that they also focused on the models feeling comfortable in their outfits and in their skin, and they listen to them and what they want to wear and how they want to style their hair, and it just adds a lot of personal style, and it's so great to see everybody embracing their beauty and their confidence. I also really loved the end where they showed all of the models in the actual show that they created. I think it was a really great way to wrap it all up.
I really loved the Future of Fashion for All. I loved the concept of Body Haven, the club, what it stands for and what it does for designers and models that may not fit into the typical fashion industry standard of what a model should look like or what a designer should design for. I loved that they were creating clothes for the models as opposed to finding models that fit a certain standard size of clothing or certain look that the fashion industry says is the look. Instead, they were catering to specific models and their personalities, and what they look like, what real people look like, as opposed to, you know, making clothes for hangers. But yeah, I also loved that this club paired models and designers together so they could work together to create this piece that they then could showcase at the fashion show. I just thought the idea for this club was genius, and I loved the execution of it. I also loved that they mentioned including all bodies in the body positivity movement, including, you know, more petite people that may feel like their bodies aren't represented in the fashion industry, and yet we don't see a lot of people campaigning for the inclusion of more petite bodies, and here they're including those as well in their movement. And just, yeah, I just loved the concept of seeing real people just enjoying who they are and showcasing their personalities, and being able to just be proud and yeah, just really showcase who they are with their clothes and express their creativity that way. Yeah, in this day and age, anyone can be a model, and because everyone wears clothes, so we need clothes for everybody in every size and every personality. So I thought this was a really cool club, and I loved the documentary. I loved that we got interviews from designers, from models, and we got to see their work in action on the fashion show. Oh, and I also loved, I hadn't mentioned before, I loved the Chicago spotlight in this film. I myself am a huge lover of Chicago. I lived there for a while, and I thought this just did a great job of showcasing the awesomeness that is Chicago and showing those shots and shots of the landscape of Chicago, of course, but then also embodying, you know, the chill, super cool vibes that Chicago brings to the scene. But yeah, I love this documentary, and I love the movement behind it.
This film is called The Future of Fashion for All, Creating Safe Spaces. This was a fabulous doc short. I love the overall message of the film, that fashion should be presented by all body types, no matter what shape, size, or color you are. I love the interviews of the people involved, a good cross-section of both organizers, designers, and participants in the fashion show. I really enjoyed seeing the wide variety of awesome fashion items too. Lovely cinematography of the city, the clothes, and the people. The upbeat soundtrack also helped to keep the piece very entertaining. Congrats to all involved in this important film. Great job.
The Future of Fashion for All. This showcases what body image has influenced the fashion industry and the beauty industry, and these individuals taking this power back into their own dynamics and having these moments with their friends and family to come together and fight this stigma that they face with their body issues and the disorders that can follow and come from this belief that you're not good enough, that you aren't pretty enough, that you aren't what people deem to be the fashion standard. These people at Body Haven come together and they have these beautiful relationships between the designers and the models, and this healing form of creative expression. And what is so beautiful about this is that's exactly what fashion can be for people. The way that people dress and the way that people carry themselves creates an image. And so here is this sense where they're fighting against feeling a certain way that's in their inner core by having this creative expression of fabric being used on their bodies. And that's just such a beautiful, intimate relationship that I can connect with. I feel like I had my issues with my body and things of that nature, and as a costume designer, I have grown to accept my body and accept my worth from being able to use clothes as a form of expressing certain things that I feel that I need to express. And here are a group of individuals who are doing exactly that and pushing exactly that within their communities.
The Future is Fashion for All is a really enjoyable documentary. It's a really important topic, and it's great to see the approach that the students are taking with their work to really make a difference in the fashion world. It's really inspiring. The documentary itself is also really beautifully filmed. I loved the footage of the city and the colors and the way we really captured the confidence that the clothing brings and the thoughtfulness that goes into it. I think it's really beautifully shown and really beautifully told, and it's really inspiring.